Okay, this is the June Barra and Jacks box. Now this is packed, so let's jump in now and have a look at what's inside. We've got 3 different hard bodies here to cover 3 different depths of water. We've got the Storm Twitch Stick. This is going to be a shallow and it's a smaller profile. We've got the Bagley Rumble. This is going to be your medium. And then we've got the Samaki Reddick Jerkbait in your deep. So we're covering 3 different water columns here and 3 different profile sizes for the Barra and Jacks this month. Let's start off with the Storm Twitch Stick. If you're fishing shallower structure or shallower grounds, I'm going to be running with this one. Or if you're fishing maybe along pontoons for your jacks or some rock walls, maybe this might be the better option to go with. Now the shallower divers I might get a little bit more twitchy with. As I'm winding it, twitch, twitch, keep that thing going, keep it twitching, make it look quite erratic. If you want to get a little bit deeper down along your rock walls or along your sandbars, or deeper into some structure, then you're going to jump over to your Bagley Rumble 09. This one's going to dive down a little bit deeper and is a longer, slender profile over the Storm Twitch Stick. But now you're going to be getting a little bit deeper down, and you can probably start slowing the retrieve speed down a little bit more. Now this is also a great trolling option as well. So if you're going to troll along some structure or cover a fair bit of ground, both of these are going to troll fine, but I think your Bagley is going to cover more ground because it's your medium diver. If you come up over some shallower water, it'll just keep whacking along in those, along the bottom, you know, kicking up soot, kicking up sand, whatever's on the bottom there. And as you come over to deep water, it's going to dive down and cover a bit more of that water column. If you're just casting and retrieving some structure along the edge, like rock walls and stuff, I'm going to look back at the Twitch Stick, or if you know the fish are holding a little bit shallower, once again back to the Twitch Stick. So you've got your shallow and your medium. Then over to your Reddick Jerkbait. Long slender profile again, so a big minnow style hard body. But this one's got a bigger bib on it. This one's going to dive down a lot deeper. So if you really want this banging on some medium or shallow structure, go for it. You might snag up a bit more. That's where I might tend to lean more towards the shallower or medium divers. But if you're ripping down, say impoundments, you got some timber or, you know, some submerged, you know, laydowns that have fallen over, or even some drop-offs, and you want to really work that steep descent on the drop-off, jump over to your Reddick because it's a deeper diver, and you're really going to be able to rip it down that face and pause it, and often get a hit on the pause. Now once again, this thing will troll fine as well, so if you're going from point A to point B over some deeper water, then chuck on your Reddick Jerkbait, and then you're covering the deeper water column. Why not? If you've got a couple rods and you're into trolling, why not chuck on one of each, and then you're actually covering 2 different depths of the water column there. So that's your 3 hard bodies we've included. One for a shallow presentation, one for a medium presentation, and one for a much deeper presentation. Now I've also included 3 different soft plastics as well. You've got a big paddle tail swim bait here in the Storm Knocker Minnow. Now you might be able to hear that. This actually has a big metal chamber straight through the middle of the plastic and a big paddle tail on the back as well. Now these are pre-rigged for convenience as well, so single hook on the top, treble underneath, means that straight out of the packet you're ready to go. And with that big paddle tail, it's going to draw in fish, creating a lot of flash and vibration with that. As that tail just goes nuts, this little metal chamber is going to create this knocking noise under the water. It's insanely loud. It's amazing how loud these little knocking chambers can get. But this is a simple tie-on, sinking swim bait. So yeah, cast out, let it sink down, and then probably just a slow roll back. If you want to fish this in heavier structure, I'd probably take the treble off the bottom. You're going to be a little bit more snag resistant. And if a big barra is there, you're still going to wolf it down and get done by the single hook on the top. Now if you're chasing jacks, I'm probably gonna speed the retrieve up a little bit more, work it a little bit quicker. But wait, this next one is gonna be perfect for jacks. This is the Berkeley Power Bait Gotham Shad. These have a cool little foil finish on the inside, which creates some nice flash. And this is a perfect size for both Barra, but I'm mainly thinking jacks. This is a 4.5 inch. Now with this, we have included a 1/2 ounce 6.0 heavy gauge hook. So when you do hook on, you do not need to be worried about dropping the fish. But the Power Bait Gotham Shad is also one of the fastest growing in popularity soft plastics for barramundi. A lot of people are hitting impoundments with these, fishing them over weed edges, through some timber structure, and they're absolutely smashing the barra on them. If you're chasing jacks, I'm going to speed up the retrieve again, work a little bit faster, because you're essentially you're trying to go for that reaction bite. So as they see this bait fish go by, they're just going to smack it. But yeah, we've coupled that up with the right size jig heads for you guys this month. Last but not least, the last packet of plastics is a big one. This is a Chase Baits paddle bait in a 5.5 inch. Obviously these do have a pretty big paddle tail on the back. Now they can be used for jacks. Don't be shy to use these for jacks. Jacks, they chomp mullet in half. If you haven't caught a jack, look at their teeth. They chomp mullet in half. So they're not going to be afraid to chomp one of these in half. But obviously this month I'm probably more thinking barramundi. This is going to be probably a slower retrieve with the big paddle tail on the back and the cooling down water. So rig them up with your favourite jig head. Or if you don't have jig heads, jump back over to the ones supplied in the box. If you're getting short strikes, you can just simply cut the head off the plastic to drop the hook back a little bit. But yeah, I'm thinking big barra. If you're heading up to a Wonga and you wanna, or Peter Faust Dam, and you wanna chase a trophy size barra, this is probably gonna be the one for you, or the swim bait. But that's it for this month's Barra and Jacks box. So you've got three soft plastic options, 3 hard body options, and some included jigs to go with it, covering shallow, medium, deep, and all sorts of structure, both species. It's a great box, very, very packed. But if you want to check out this box or any of the others in the range, just head to www.tackleclub.com.au, pick a box that's right for you, and welcome to the club.